3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. The Seahawks send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL. First run now for Kyron Williams.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Off of play action, Darnold. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 19 carries, 134 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. In motion goes the tight end, Darnold. He completes this to Walker. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Seahawks sit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little... Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Faking the give, Darnold. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's Darnold. And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Walker diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Back to throw now on first down. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. 2nd down and 8. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And that's complete to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Darnold to throw again. Steps away to his left. And Darnold going to slide to the ground here, but not before he does pick up the first down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is indeed good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. And after starting the game with 2 INTs, you remember, he got back on the beam with a touchdown pass on their previous drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd and 11.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now a 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
3rd down and 13.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you... This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp
and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here's 3rd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Darnold now to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A final shot before the break. Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. 2nd half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Rams offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way down to the 9. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Option play, they'll give to Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Walker once more.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
To number 89. It's a gain of 10. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Rams.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's Walker to start the drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Darnold.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard
Previous
line.
play is under review.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. In motion, the tight end. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Darnold.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. To throw is Darnold. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Back to throw again. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Play action. It's Darnold.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Got a man, and he he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed.
Is under review.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try for the 1st with Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 16, just over 1:40 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. 2nd and 13. He's got this one complete to Fountain. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end, and there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business, not